Hello there and welcome to today's class. For today, we're trying to draw the auxiliary projection, right, of the given figure below, as you can see at the right hand side of the screen. So first task to draw, or perhaps to draw the auxiliary projection of this stuff here. My first task here is to reproduce out the figure, as you can see. So my first task here is to construct what I'm seeing at the right hand side of the screen. So first task is to draw horizontal line, as you can see in this case. When you are done drawing your horizontal line, what next? My next task there obviously is to measure out the base that is given to be 50. So from here to here is 50, as you can see. Let me pick a point here. Let me call this point. And then I'll measure 50. So this is 50. I will take in this point here. From here to here is 50. Right? I'm done with my first task there, 50. Next task is that if you observe that the figure is projected at an height, so I'll take this one, project it upward, right? Similarly, come to this side here, project it upwards, right? Such that the height of this the figure there is what? 40. So measure 40 at this point here. So from here to here per se is 40. So from here somewhere here is 40. I'll tick in it because it is ticking from the question, right? Next task is to close it up in this way using my T-square, right? I'll close this part this way with a thick line such that I will close this end part here. So I have what I am having at the base, right? So I have this. All right. What's my next task? Obviously, my next task is to produce out the this elevation. The plan is one up here, so I'll try to produce out the plan, right? So first task is to measure out 10, as in this case. So from here to here is 10. Half of 10 is 5 at this point here, and this is for 10 here. So it means that I'm going to draw my reference line. This center here, this line here with my what? Ref line here, with my reference line. Next task is that I'm having this one as the base of the other plan, right? Next task is that there's an upward of 20 from the plan, so I'll measure 20. From here to here is obviously 20, such that I will take a line inward this way, right? So my next task is that observe from the elevation there's a line at the center, so that line will be at a point of 20. So this is from here to here is 20. So it means that I'm going to draw a vertical straight line, that is from here I'll draw a faint line here upward this way, such that I will take in this part here, right? So therefore I'll try to close this one with this part here, right? My next task there is that the entire height here is going to be 40. So measure 40, that is from here to here 40. All right, 40, and I'll take in it 40 there. Next task is to close it with this, right? And use my T-square to close this part finally. So my first task is to what? Reproduce out what I'm having at the right hand side of the screen, which we have successfully done now, right? So what's our next task here? Our next task here is to project this at an angle of what? 60 degree. So I'll take my T-square this way at 60 degree. So take it this way. This is obviously 60 degree. From here to here is 60 degree, right? So it means that if I project here with 60 degree, I'll project each point with what? 30 degrees this way. So it means, let's say here is 1, here is 2, here is 3, here is 4, here is 5, and here is 6. Let me call your point A, B, C, D, E, and finally F. So I'll come to point 1, project it this way, right? 4, project it down. Next up, 6, project 6, 2, project point 2, 3, project point 3, 5, project point 5 in this way, right? As you can see what I am doing in front of you. All right, from here, what is obviously my next task? My next task is to work with my compass, right? This is my compass here. So watch the procedure. It's quite simple. I'll take, this is my reference line here, this one. So come to my reference line here to point A. So to point A, from here to A, as you can see, from here to A, right? So come to 2 and mark A here. Come to 2, mark A. Come to 1 and mark that same A. So I'll call this point here, I'll call it 2A. I'll call here 1A, right? Similarly, for my reference point here, go to B, come to 2, mark 2, mark B, call it 2B, 2B, come to 1 and mark this point here, call it 1B, 1B. I'm done with that, right? Next task is to go to this reference point at this point here, mark D. I'll come to D and mark D, right? I'll come to D and mark D here, such that move to point 3, trace it down here. I'll call this D3. This is my what? My D, have 3D. From here to here is 3D. Go to 4, mark 4D. This is my what? My point 4D. Next up, I've come to 3. Sorry, this reference point to D, I've marked 3 and 4. This reference point again to C, to mark 3. So this will become 3C. In this case, becomes 3C. Next up, come to 4 and mark 4 here. This becomes 4C, right? So I haven't gotten my 3C and 4C. Move to the next reference point here. Move it to F. So with F, go to 5, mark 5F. That becomes 5F. 5F, right? I've got to 5F. Next task, move to 6 to get 6F. From here, I'll get my 6F at this point. Next up, this reference point here, I move it to F. Similarly, move it to E now. At point E, move it to 5 to get 5E. So here becomes my 5E. Similarly, at this point F, 6, because E and F are at point 5 and 6, so move to 6 to get 5. What there? 5. This is 5E. So observe that from this one to here, move to 5E. Here becomes 6E. Here becomes 6E, right? 6E. So I'm done. What's my next task? My next task now is to work with my meter rule, right? So my ruler, I'll simply join AF together in this sense. Observe. Why am I joining AF together? Because A and F are together, are linked together. Next up, observe that ED. I'm seeing E and D are linked together. I will join them together this way. Similarly, C and B, this is C and B, they are linked together. I'll connect C and B together. I have this. Next up, observe that E and F are together. I'll close them up. Next up, I can see C and D. Look at C and D, they are linked together. I'll close this part here up too, right? A and B are together. A and B are linked together. I'll link this part here together, right? I have this. What's my next task? Obviously, from here, I'll try to observe C and D. Check. C and D are linked, so I'll link this part here together too. Link this part here together. So I have this. Similarly, what's my next task? Observe that I'm having line B and A left, but line B and A are inside. So I'll use what? Hidden line. I'll use hidden line. A dash, dash, dash. We call this hidden line in technical drawing. So this is what we are asked to produce. So if you found this class helpful, do not forget to click on the subscribe button and like. Thank you. Welcome to WAEC Academy. Thanks for watching. If you find this class helpful, you can actually share this class or perhaps the video to your friends and classmates. Thank you. Welcome to WAEC